So Slam for this week comes from St Pölten, Austria, another hotel room, another country. Who chooses hotel curtains? But I am in St Pölten because I actually did a race, but more of that later. So we are going to start with the PTO supported Spanish Championships. Oh, just ahead of warning, this is going to go way over 2 minutes, so just stop the clock now. Anyway, Steph. All right, so the PTO supported Spanish Championships won 40.6 international triathlon in my backyard in Girona, Costa Brava. I'm in Vienna, go figure. And it was an epic race and a foot battle to the line. The three women, Emma Billum, Nikki Bartlett and Judith Caraccion of Vicara, all riding together for most of the 100 KT on the bike. Billum got a slight gap at the end, coming into T2 about 2 minutes ahead of the other two, but over the early stages of the run, all women were pretty much running pace for pace. Maybe Billum just slightly creeping ahead, but neck and neck was Caraccion and Bartlett. It was a gap for Billum that worked well for her, taking her to the win with a sub 3 hour run. In the end, just about 6 minutes ahead of Caraccion Vicara, who broke away from Bartlett in about the last 5k. Who then finished third. Another week of sub 3 hour runs for the women. Or like I said, Billum did a sub 3 hour, and then Caraccion and Bartlett also went 3:01, 3:02 respectively. Shout out to Chantal Cummins finishing fourth in her first full distance race. And so to Austria challenged St Pölten, which saw close racing and battles for first and second and third and fourth. The swim, which included more running than swimming, with a 200-metre run between two lakes that we were lucky to swim in, and the transition meant for slightly slower swim times overall. But you'd think with the run it would help me. No, that was a shocker. I personally had oh my god, this is a race start, swim start, clusterfuck at the beginning, got spat out the back in the first 10 metres and spent the rest of the swim trying to get back through the groups. But what followed the swim was an equally epic Austrian picture postcard bike course with hills, descents, flats, and it all came down to the run, no figure. That's the last part of the race. Imogen Simmonds came into T2 with about just under a 4 minute lead over Annie Haug. Laura Zimmerman, with some wicked descending skills, was about 2 minutes further back, followed by Maya Stage Nelson and me, and then in fifth or whatever that was, not sure. Simmonds was then being hunted down by Annie Haug, who isn't hunted down by Annie Haug when they're on the run. At the front of the race, obviously, I'm never being hunted down by Annie Haug, I'm far too far back, but was running really well and held her off to about 300 metres before the finish line, when Haug caught and passed Simmonds for the win, running a 1:14, leaving it there. Whilst those two were pretty clear for the first and second, the battle for third place was on. Well, kind of. My stage Nelson moved ahead of Zimmerman and into third at the start of the second lap, and I was about 300 metres behind that. That gap then stretched as Maya was running well in third, and me moved up to fourth, passing Zimmerman. But as the kilometres clocked away, the gap started to come down again, and third spot I could see the lead biker for third getting off the road. 40 seconds I heard splits, 20 seconds I heard splits. You know, all those useful time splits you get from spectators who never really sure which to believe, but I could see them, and that was all that mattered. So splits were given, and all time was... Oh, where am I going with this? I was upping the pace actually physically in pace as well as effort, and it was actually getting closer and actually managing to decrease the splits, but the road was running out. This is a total clusterfuck now. And then a couple of sections allowed Maya Stage Nielsen to sight Sidle me, and perhaps was just enough to push her on. In the end, the carpet wasn't long enough. And even though I was sprinting to the line, just 10 seconds the difference, Maya Stage Nielsen holding on for the final podium spot. And I don't even know what I'm going on this. Oh yeah, I think I said something like well over 2 minutes, but I don't care because I raced and I can't read my writing. I'd got so far and done so well. Next week, Ironman Cairns and WTS Leeds, with Olympic selection up for grabs.